My name is Anil Azura binti Jalal from the Kulliyyah of Science, and I will be your MC for today's event. I wish to extend my special gratitude to the respected Dean of the Kulliyyah of Science, Associate Professor Dr. Jasni Shamsul Sari, to the Honorable Deputy Rector, Academic and Internationalization, Professor Dr. Ahmed Faris Ismail, Deans and Directors, our speaker, distinguished guests, brothers and sisters, for making time to attend our event today. We shall start our program today with our national anthem, Negaraku, and IIUM song.
Let's lead the way, lighten the future, share the wisdom to the spirit of Islam. Revelation and reason, we shall excel, we shall prevail. Merging faith and knowledge, the Khalifa, we will fulfill the amanah. Together we make the world a better place. Forever expand the culture of Iqra. IIUM is to realize the meaning of Ramadan al-Amin. Together we make the world a better place. Forever expand the culture of Iqra. IIUM is to realize the meaning of mercy to all the worlds, for all mankind.
Next, I will invite Associate Professor Dr. Hashi from the Department of Biotechnology to recite us a dua. Tafadhal mashkura ya Ustaz.
Thank you very much, Assistant Professor Dr. Anil Azura, for your invitation to recite the dua today. Is my voice clear, Dr. Anil? Am I?
Yes, your Prof. Go ahead.
Okay. Then we have to make sure that at least we are, communicating to each other. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. اللهم اصلح لنا ديننا الذي هو عصمة أمرنا، وأصلح لنا دنيانا التي فيها معاشنا، وأصلح لنا آخرتنا التي فيها معادنا، واجعل الحياة زيادة لنا في كل خير، واجعل الموت راحة لنا من كل شر. اللهم اكفنا بحلالك عن حرامك، وأغننا بفضلك عمن سواك. اللهم لك أسلمنا وبك آمنا وعليك توكلنا وإليك أنبنا وبك خاصمنا. اللهم إنا نعوذ بعزتك لا إله إلا أنت أن تضلنا، أنت الحي الذي لا يموت. اللهم اجعل لنا في قلوبنا نورا، وفي لساننا نورا، وفي سمعنا نورا، وفي بصرنا نورا، ومن فوقنا نورا، ومن تحتنا نورا، وعن يميننا نورا، وعن شمالنا نورا، ومن بين أيدينا نورا، ومن خلفنا نورا، واجعل في نفوسنا نورا. اللهم إنا نعوذ برضاك من سخطك، وبمعافاتك من عقوبتك، ونعوذ بك منك لا نحصي ثناء عليك أنت كما أثنيت على نفسك. اللهم إنا نسألك من الخير كله عاجله وآجله ما علمنا منه وما لم نعلم، ونعوذ بك من الشر كله عاجله وآجله منه وما علمنا منه وما لم نعلم. اللهم إنا نسألك العفو والعافية في الدنيا والآخرة. اللهم إنا نسألك العفو والعافية في ديننا ودنيانا وأهلنا ومالنا. اللهم استر عوراتنا وآمن روعاتنا، واحفظنا من بين أيدينا ومن خلفنا، وعن يميننا وعن شمائلنا ومن فوقنا، ونعوذ بعظمتك اللهم أن نغتال من تحتنا. اللهم إنا نعوذ بك من العجز والكسل والجبن والبخل والهرم وعذاب القبر. اللهم آت نفوسنا تقواها وزكها أنت خير من زكاها، أنت وليها ومولاها. اللهم إنا نعوذ بك من علم لا ينفع، ومن قلب لا يخشع، ومن نفس لا تشبع، ومن دعوة لا يستجاب لها. اللهم اجعل جمعنا هذا جمعا مرحوما، وتفرقنا من بعده تفرقا معصوما، ولا تجعل اللهم فينا ولا معنا شقيا ولا مطرودا ولا محروما. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة، وفي الآخرة حسنة، وقنا عذاب النار. وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم، والحمد لله رب العالمين.
Shukran jazilan ya Ustaz. Ladies and gentlemen, I have now the privilege and honor to invite our very own Professor Dr. Ahmed Faris, the Deputy Rector, Academic and Internationalization, to deliver a welcoming remark. Tafadhal mashkura ya Professor.
Thank you very much, Anil. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya wa mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billahil aliyyil azim. My colleague, respected Professor Dr. Jesni Shamsul, the Dean of the Kulliyyah of Science at IIUM. My friend, Professor Dr. Ahmed Jalal Khan Chowdhury, the speaker for today's professorial lecture. Congratulations, Professor Jalal, and we look forward to learn something from you this afternoon. The Deputy Deans, Head of Departments, Professors, Lecturers at Kulliyyah of Science, and also staff at Kulliyyah of Science, as well as distinguished guests. I think I see that there are also friends from Bangladesh, from outside Malaysia, attending our event this afternoon. We would like to welcome all of you to this event. Of course, not to mention students, especially the postgraduate students, students of Kulliyyah of Science and the students of IIUM and students all over the world. Ladies and gentlemen, indeed, I think first of all, we praise Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We are indeed very happy to attend this event. Let me, on behalf of the university, congratulate the Kulliyyah of Science for organizing this professorial lecture event. So I would like to congratulate Dean and the team for this effort. This is also in conjunction with the Academia Month that we are celebrating this month. So for the Academia Month, the university has lined up many academic programs from various Kulliyyah centers and institutes, and this event is one of our academic events. So that's why I would like to congratulate the Kulliyyah for this very meaningful and important event. And also, of course, again, I would like to congratulate the speaker, Professor Jalal, who has very vast experience, has been with the university for more than 20 years. So today is your day. For us, this professorial lecture series are very important because it serves so many purposes. This is a platform where we can share our expertise. This is a platform where the experienced, knowledgeable scholars of our university can share and mentor their young colleagues as well as their students, research students. This is also a very important event where I think we hope that by sharing the knowledge and the expertise that we have will promote further collaborations and networking, not only within IIUM, but also with our partners outside the IIUM. So that's why I think this is a very important event for us to have. And when I look at the topic of today's lecture, today's presentation, talking about sustainable aquaculture towards food security and nutrition. So indeed, this topic is very much relevant to our recently launched, that we just launched, our Sejahtera academic framework. So the university, we now are implementing what we call the Sejahtera academic framework by the theme of humanizing education through Maqasid Ash-Shari'ah and Sustainable Development Goal. So under this framework, we are talking about humanizing education with soul, with values, and with wisdom. So that's why I like the topic of our professorial lectures today, because I think this will cover all these values, and of course, talking about wisdom and the human side element of our for the betterment of our society and community. And of course, no doubt, looking even at the title, I mean, this is really in line with the Sustainable Development Goal. When we're talking about sustainability, when we're talking about food security, okay, so and this is indeed one of the main challenges facing the world at large. So we hope that this conversation, this discussion will add to the solution to the problems facing the world. So going back to the Sejahtera academic framework, this framework is very important because it provides a platform for all staff and students to be creative, to be innovative. And in one way, I see it as to liberalize our academic staff from just working routine, the routine. But now I think we have to think outside the box. We would like to give more freedom, more academic freedom, more autonomy, and then of course we would like to empower our staff and students to become more innovative and creative in coming out with solutions. Okay, so solutions in all aspects, in all dimensions of our life and our duties, starting from the solutions in the classroom, outside the classroom, as well as solutions for our community, for our nation, and hopefully at the end, I think we will contribute for the betterment of the world. And this is very much in line with the vision of the university. When our university was set up, I mean, the main vision is really to provide the solutions and to provide the methods and the way and the means for a better life for the world. So this is very much in line with the vision of the university. And of course, the next level is when we are talking about this Sejahtera academic framework is when we are talking about providing the conducive shared learning ecosystem, the culture of Iqra. Okay, so this is where it goes with our tagline, leading the way, Khalifah, Amanah, Iqra, and Rahmatan lil Alamin. So we would like to have. So this professorial lecture is part of our enhancing the culture of Iqra, the culture of learning together, sharing the ideas together, and we would like to also collaborate, finding the better solution in the area of our expertise. I think this is very, very important. We hope that at the end, we will provide a good experiential learning experience to our staff and students. So maybe also to our visitors, friends, and our partners. So this is part of working together, co-creating the new knowledge, and also we are, would like to also put an emphasis on interdisciplinary as well as transdisciplinary. Where each kuliah should work with the experts from other kuliahs. And one of our main challenge is because we also have various campuses. So Kulliyyah of Science in Kuantan, we want to see more collaboration and cooperation with maybe our colleagues in Gombak as well as in Pago. So this is the thing that we would like to have the ecosystem, the atmosphere that we are going to share many ideas, not only ideas, we're talking about resources, maybe co-supervision of some students, and maybe we can also go beyond that. Where now we can talk about integration of not only the science-based field, but with also, I think now more and more as we talk about humanizing education, we also need to integrate with the social science, with the values aspect, professional ethics, and also, of course, at the end of the day, I think we are talking about producing a better leaders for the future. So that's why I mean, this event is very significant to the university and maybe to our partners also. I mean, this is an event where we bring together people who have the same passion about the subject, and we hope that based on this conversation and discussion, there are many more projects and collaborations that we can implement in the future. So at the end, again, I would like to congratulate our speaker, Professor Dr. Ahmed Jalal Khan Chowdhury. So we hope that he will continue to embark on the research and also becoming good mentor and to guide also our young colleagues, I mean, for their future career as well as research area, and of course, as well as at the end of the day, maybe, I mean, we have to think about a project or a product, I mean, that is like leading the way, if not leading the world. So meaning to say that I think we have to be focused. We have to really define the direction of our research, how it will impact our society, or how it will impact the industry. Okay, and I think there are so many opportunity. I think there's so many opportunity in this area of aqua culture, I believe. So maybe after this, I think we will listen to the expert. Maybe the expert will give us some guidance, the way forward, and maybe some policy as well as technology on how can we have this better food security and nutrition. So I would like to congratulate the Kulliyyah for this, and I hope that there will be many more professorial lecture events and similar academic events in the future. And please invite our IIUM community as well as the public to share the so many secrets and so many products and expertise that you have in the Kulliyyah. Thank you very much. Wabillahi taufiq wa hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Jazakallah khairan khaira, Professor Ahmad Faris. Next in the agenda is the presentation of our speaker's biography by the Dean of the Kulliyyah of Science, Associate Professor Dr. Jasni Shamsusari. Tafaddal mashkura ya Allah.
Thanks very much, Anil. You can hear me, yeah? Yeah, good. All right.
A second.
All right. So, the Deputy Rector, Prof. Faris, my most trusted Deputy Deans, HODs, colleagues, friends, everyone. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. This is the first time I'm actually trying my best to have a formal introduction. So, let me say a few things about Prof. Jalal. Prof. Dr. Ahmed Jalal Khan graduated in Bachelor of Science Fisheries Honours in '83 from Bangladesh Agricultural University. And after that, he joined the Department of Fisheries, Ministry of Fisheries and Livestock, Bangladesh from '84 to '94. In '92, he received the most prestigious international postgraduate fellowship funded by Food and Agriculture Organization to complete his professional certificate for the specialization in aquaculture and fisheries management and planning from the Institute of Aquaculture at University of Stirling, Scotland. He completed his Master's of Science in Fish Ecology from UPM in '96 and obtained his PhD in 2000 in aquaculture from UPM as well. He has successfully completed his diploma from the Kulliyyah of Islamic Revealed Knowledge from Human Science, IIUM in 2004, and obtained Malaysian Professional Certificate for Halal Executive in 2020. And I guess, Prof. Jalal, in 2004, when you got that diploma, you were being tutored by what? Prof. Torla, I suppose, amongst them? And anyway, Prof. Jalal currently is an academic staff under the Department of Marine Science, Kulliyyah of Science. An old guard, he is among the pioneering lecturers at the Kulliyyah who has been serving the Kulliyyah since November 2000. He started his academic career as an assistant professor, promoted to associate professor and eventually a professor in 2011. As one of the founding members of the Kulliyyah of Science, he was given the responsibility to establish the marine biotechnology and environmental biotechnology concentrations under the Department of Biotechnology in 2001, and the Institute of Oceanography and Maritime Studies, INOSEM, in 2003. He has been appointed as administrator in various posts, including Deputy Dean Postgraduate Research. This was, I think, in 2009 up to 2016. He was the head Institute of Oceanography and Maritime Studies in 2017. He was the head of the Research Management Center in 2018, among others. He has contributed to the university as the member of University Academic Staff Promotion Criteria Implementation Committee, University Publication Committee, IIUM Council of Professor Committee, University Strategic Planning Review Committee, University's Research Steering Committee, University Postgraduate Admission Committee. Prof. Jalal's research interest is in the fields of aquaculture, fish ecology, tropical marine and freshwater biodiversity and conservation, and environmental sustainability. His publications, he has done 150 scientific papers in international reviewed journals, 40 scientific papers in international conferences, international newsletters, 20 book chapters and 4 books. Supervised 60 undergraduate and 15 postgraduate students and 2 postdoctoral fellows during his academic tenure in IIUM. Now, in terms of research grants, he has received significant numbers of research grants and consultancy projects with cumulative amount of approximately more than 1 million ringgit Malaysia as a principal and collaborative co-researcher of his cluster research group. Prof. Jalal has completed more than 30 collaborative research projects and currently involved with 4 national research projects. He has achieved a number of awards at the prestigious university, national and international level research competitions. Currently, he is working in a collaborative research project together with UMP, UITM, and UNITEN towards sustainable development of fisheries, resources, and environment. Prof. Jalal's expertise in the area of marine science studies is reflected in him serving as a guest editor for scientific and technical papers submitted to both international conferences and index journals. He served as the chief editor for the newsletter The Oceanographer, chief editor of journal Science Heritage, and board member of several international prestigious index journals since 2017. He has contributed as reviewers of significant number of prestigious local and international index journals such as Reviews in Aquaculture, Saudi Journal of Biological Sciences, Arabian Journal of Geosciences, Science Malaysiana, among others. Currently, he is the Vice President for the International Water, Air, Soil Conservation Society, permanent member of Asian Fisheries Society, member of Malaysian Fisheries Society, Malaysian Nature Society, Society for Conservation Biology USA, and British Ecological Society UK. In recognition to his expertise, Prof. Jalal has been serving as a university assessor for fundamental research grant projects and other applied research grant projects under the National and International Research Institutes University since 2014. He has been serving as panel judge for products during yearly innovative exhibition, Cetrax UMP, organized by the University of Malaysia Pahang since 2018. He has also served as a panelist for International Research Grants Proposal Approval Committee under the Ministry of Science and Technology, Kazakhstan since 2015 to 2018. Okay, if I wish, I think I can go on and on, with such an illustrious thing, but you're not here to listen to me talking about Prof. Jalal, you're here to listen to Prof. Jalal. But perhaps on a final note, on a more personal one, Prof. Jalal, my friend, you welcomed me when I first joined IIUM 20 years ago. I thank you for your friendship, your help, support. Thank you, my friend. I'll pass this back to Anya.
Thank you very much. Jazakallah khairan kathira, Associate Professor Jasni. Before we go to the highlight, let us now enjoy the multimedia presentation prepared especially for us. They actually bring a lot of memories for us, especially here in the KOS community. We have come to the highlight of our program today. Please join me now to welcome Professor Ahmed Jalal Chowdhury to the main screen, sharing with us his experiences and aspirations on the topic entitled Sustainable Aquaculture Towards Food Security and Nutrition. Tafadhal mashkura ya Professor.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillahil Alamin. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Madam Chairperson, Dr. Anil, for allowing me to deliver my professorial talk in this prestigious event in International Islamic University, Malaysia. Honorable Tan Sri Rector, Deputy Rectors, Dean, Professor, Associate Professor, Doctors, and distinguished participants. Thank you, Honorable Prof. Ahmed Faris bin Ismail, Deputy Director, Academic and Internationalizations, for your encouraging opening speech and inspire me. Special thanks to Associate Professor Dr. Jasni Samsul Shari, our respectable Dean Kulliyyah of Science, for your inspirational message. And thanks Associate Professor Dr. Zaima, the chairperson who has organized this event. Good afternoon and selamat petang, distinguished guests. In fact, it is my immense pleasure to deliver as well as being the first for Islamic education institution in the world. Based on that outstanding achievement of our university, I want to share my topic today on sustainable aquaculture towards food security and nutrition. You can see from the statement from WHO and FAO, aquaculture is one of the fastest growing industries in the world, which can contribute to the food, poverty reduction, economic growth, and also enhance food and nutrition security for all. If you can see that the SDG and food and security nutritions, the linkage there. So no, if you say SDG 1, we can focus only few SDGs. If SDG 1, you can see the no poverty, means good nutrition actually, that it can increase the higher level productivity, they can get more energy, they can get more food and reduce their poverty because they can get money more for their work. Zero hunger, also we can get less percentage of the hunger, and also good health and well-being. If you can see the quality educations, sufficient nutritious diet, actually learning ability and focus can be hampered. And also, if you see the SDG 8, decent work and economic growth. Malnutrition actually is one of the responsible to cover instability of the economic growth in the nations, and also its expenditure increase the cost of the healthcare system. If you see the climate action, sustainable food system actually can reduce the greenhouse gas emission, which is good for conducive for our environment. And interesting fact is that peace and justice. This is nutrition insecurity actually one of the major factor which can create war and conflict in the world. You can see nowadays the whole world what's happening. Actually, major cause, one of the thing is the nutrition and the food matter. So we can see that food and nutrition plays a vital role and contribute to all SDGs. So if you go for the universal definition of the food security, it's straightforward that when all people at all times have physical and economic access to sufficient, safe and nutritious food for their healthy life. And to measure this one, WHO give 3 pillars, which is called food availability, food access, and food utilization. But FAO also add another pillar to make it more balanced and stabilized, because they found that it could, overall situation can be perfect if it is stabilized. So when you go for first pillar, availability ensured when there is a reliable supply of food and sufficient quantity and quality. And if you say the excess can be ensured when individuals and households can get adequate resources so that they get the quality food. And utilization, you can see that when when food is properly utilized and they can metabolize in the body so that they can in good health. And stability actually that ensured when there is a permanent and durable access to food. So in fact, this is the maintenance of 3 pillars over time. So these are the overall the pillars and measurement for to assess the food security given by WHO and FAO. So when you go for this impact, I mean food security, and we got for the I mean in terms of aquatic resources, interesting fact, you can see that availability of aquatic foods will vary through changes of the species distribution, habit, and stocks. And stability will depend on climatic change. You know that when a climate change happens, you can see here fish are drying due to the deoxygenated on fish, less fish on sea, and also the other inconducive matters. So also access to aquatic foods will be affected by changes in the livelihoods and also farming opportunities. The last one, utilization, that how it's happened, because normally when there's climatic change affects to the water body, sometimes we need to resistible fish and also hardy fish. So that farmers, sometimes they change their food habit, they change their traditional which way they consume, they go for the new species which they have to monitor, and they can see something like that, so that this they can monitor that whether this survivability, growth, and other matters. So and see now where we are, these SDGs, all the factors, this 17th SDG in South Asia. In fact, we are in 2019 also. Before 2019, we are not achieved the target. Only South Asia, we are very good in terms of industry, innovation, and infrastructure, quality education. Still, it is not achieved until now. I mean, 2020. So far, it is 2019. We can see only these 2. So what happened? The other factors. So we have to be very careful in terms of no poverty, zero hunger, and good health and well-being, because this is the more important things which can affect all the SDGs. And very worrying situation is, you can see here, peace, justice, and strong institutions. It is really regression in line. It is totally declining stage. So you see how long it will take time to get here, another 10 years, maybe another 15 years, or we don't know, but we should start from now. Otherwise, we are behind the target. This is the given by Economic and Social Commission for Asia and Pacific. So if you see that the moderate or severe food insecurity, what happened during this COVID-19, you can see here, 2014, it is 22.6%, and it goes to 26.6% in 2019. But you see, to jump to 30.4% only 2020 because of the COVID. And you see that what else, according to the World Health Organization, they said 1 in 3 people in the world did not have access to adequate food in 2020. We don't know, we just do our research and other things, but we have to be careful about these things, because so many people in the poor structures, and then the fisher folk community and others, they are not in that level at all. If you go straight away again, that what happened to the how many people actually are nourished during this 2019? 690 million people in the world were unnourished in 2019. That is what we call almost 8.9% of the total population. And United Nations giving the figure that it could be exceed to 840 million in 2030. So what actually we are doing here? Our food transformation system should be changed. Without our efforts, it's a combined efforts. It should be a team efforts. Without combined efforts, it's not only Asian countries, the whole world. We have to work together. Otherwise, we never achieve 2030. And later, we eat each other to serve in the world. You can see our status, Asian Global Hunger Index ranking. It is 2019, this study. The Laos, the 87. It's out of 130 countries, 13 countries. Cambodia 77 in rank, Philippines 71. All are serious conditions. The Indonesia 70, Myanmar 69. We only 3 are secured, but still we cannot say 100% secured, because we are not in the first level, because we are behind, only middle of the overall population. So 62 is Vietnam, 57 Malaysia, Thailand is 46. So our status is here. So again, we have to think these things. It's not, we have to not think that, okay, these other countries have this problem. This problem can come one day also if we have not serious from now. Okay, so to show up these things, there are 6 pathways to address these drivers, which are responsible for food security and nutrition. That integrating the humanitarian, our Honorable Director always talking about humanitarian. This is actually now globally acceptable. We have to think about integrating humanitarian, development of peace building policies in the conflict areas, affected areas. I know we know the whole world, where are the conflict areas nowadays happening. Also scaling up, we have to measure the climate resilience across the food system. What are the problems, effects to our food system? What are the main criteria we can ensure that our food system can be given the total food security and nutrition for all? So strengthening the resilience means this is a strengthening. We have to flexibility of the most vulnerable economic adversity, means the hardship of the economy. We have to think that we have to strengthen our flexibility. We are very flexible. Sometimes say, okay, we can do it later. We have to think now. Next year we do. No, we have to go for the more faster and active in terms of decision maker, and government policy should be straight. Another thing is intervening along the food supply chains. We have to think that we have to lower the cost of nutritious foods. We simply will not straight away same price for all, because poor people, like especially fisherable communities and also the communities we are staying in the coastal areas, rural people, they cannot get this nutritious food so cheaper rate. So we have to think that way. And thinking also poverty level, thinking of the structural inequalities. We have to think that inequalities should not be there. Means there's Africa, there's Asia. We have to be work together. We have to be same status. There's Africa has problem. We don't have problem. No, we have to be work together. And last one is strengthening food environment and changing consumer behavior. We always don't try to change our behavior. We have to change our behavior, because to promote our dietary pattern means we can get positive impact, which can good for our human health and environments. So make it conducive environment. This environment can help us for the food security. And if we do this one, if we follow this diverse and these pathways, definitely our outcome will be a transformation of the food system for food security, improve nutrition, and access to affordable, healthy diets for all. Means everybody can get the quality foods, and then we have chance to achieve our no hunger and then good health in 2030s. So we have to work this way. Otherwise, so this is the things we can think. What food system? What are the foods we can think so that we can help to develop our food transportation system. So that's the role of aquaculture. People are thinking on the whole world. I'll say, and they're thinking that one of the most important places, aquaculture, it has been contributing significantly to food security. You can see here the 2020, the food consumption, fish consumption was 138 million, and out of 138 million, 78 million given from aquaculture production. And again, expecting now FAO and they always, and NACA, they assess already that 2030 will be 151 million ton, and it could be given by 93 million ton by aquaculture. Again, if you see that almost half of the world fish supply now come from aquaculture, how is possible? You can see that 2000 to 2018, only 5% increase from capture, means from the sea fishing, sea capture fishing. But aquaculture, 153%. So it is really strained like this. So we have to think that way. And then you can see from the picture, so upset these people. Why? Because this is capture fishing. Sometimes some boats can get fish, some boat not fish, because they are not controlled environment. On the other side, they control environment, aquaculture. Always they get fish because they're monitoring the environment they control, and people can get, everybody can get food. This is called the meaning of no hunger, no poverty. Everybody will get fish, but it's not easy. You have to think about this one. It's not simply we get all these people get fish. So you have to be careful. Otherwise, in the long run, we have to think this way. Boat will go and come back, and we have to stand like this. We will not get any fish at all. It's not, I'm talking about only South China Sea. This is the overall in the world. Everywhere we have to think this one. Okay, so it's universal definition. Everybody knows aquaculture, but I just want to relate why this one we are here, because of aquaculture is very important. It's a farming of aquatic plants and animals. It is one of the important weapon to reduce malnutrition. Those who doing aquaculture, they're going well. I just want to tell you that one day, the example that third world countries, especially now, we can already going to be very fast developing countries now, like Bangladesh and then Vietnam in aquaculture, because they are doing this aquaculture like everywhere they're doing. In a small house they can do, and then also anywhere the land is, the pond is there, small pond, unutilized pond, they utilize this one. Government give a lot of money, and there's people get money, employment, and also fish food. So this is the one of the best places. And you can see this one, we can do a lot of things. We can do finfish, crab, everybody like, I know this one, shrimp, and also seaweed. This is the plants, and also we can see grass. So these are the things we can do together. And 12 Malaysian plan, everybody know, those who are involved with the 12 Malaysian plan, that blue economy of coastal and marine aquaculture. Probably next week we have the symposium here. So this blue economy coastal marine aquaculture is going to be booming in the next decade, which can contribute a lot in the world. So this is the you can see there's a definition here because just want to show you that what are the capture fisheries is like this. You can get that capturing fish from natural resources. Aquaculture is a control, especially freshwater aquaculture. You can see they're easy to manage. When you want to see the disease, you can do. But here, the capture fishing, this is the mariculture. You have to do also properly because it is in the open ocean. If it is anything happen, there if any fish go out, then it will be dangerous. So we are the these three are the factors we can see that aquaculture activities. Okay, now because of this capture fishing and aquaculture, always is a concern for when I go for international conference. It is the last 23rd September. I was involved also. International FAO organized this Shanghai Declaration for Aquaculture Millennium. They said also what we do because capture fishery is not giving, but we have to also we have to keep both together because according to FAO, both are interrelated. Both giving revenue generation, contribute to national economy, employment, contribution to household livelihoods, and so income. And in fact, nation also get benefit because they export a lot of fishes, not only eating here. So what you have to do, this one, that we have to stop overfishing. Less fishing in the capture fishing should be properly done so that we can manage our things there. In another things, you can see that this is the 2018 report until 2018, that this is actually most best production in the world last few decades. I mean, this is 170 million ton. And interesting fact is that you see that they have 170 million ton production, but consumption only 156 million ton. Supply of 25 kg per capita. This is the one of the most, vital factors can guess that there's fisheries can, aquaculture and fisheries can give a lot of things in the world. But the thing is, effect, you can see again, the aquaculture from 2008 to 2017, it's increased 25%, both inland and marine. But it is only 7% from 2008 to 2017 through capture fisheries. So according to FAO, they already said that they can expect already that this is confirmed that aquaculture could be double in the then fisheries production from 2030 onwards. So that's why we have to think why aquaculture is important. You can see here the best top countries in until 2018 with both capture and aquaculture. That these top countries in there, and I'm happy to see my country also here, Bangladesh. So actually we have one former Director General here. He is watching. Hope you will be happy during your time. So this is the Mr. Rashidul Haq. Okay, so this is the, you can see here that Udang-Galah, you know everybody, right, in Malaysia, and also aquaculture. How we can do control environment, you can produce and you can culture, and also small area we can get a lot of fishes. But here capture, right hand and left hand both you're using. In the long run, what will happen? You see left hand, right hand will be said, thank you, no more here there. Because if you do this way and if not proper done, so we cannot get capture. That's why capture fish is reducing day by day. So this is the interesting fact. Okay, but Malaysia is not behind. Malaysia, in terms of marine production, Malaysia is number 16 in the world and giving 2% for the overall. So it is very interesting to see that Asia, according to FAO, that Asia could be 90%, almost 89 to 90%, they can give contribution to the world food production, especially fish production, expected on 2030. And Southeast Asia and also South Asia, especially India, Bangladesh, and also other countries, which can involve to make it possible. So our South Asian countries, we have to keep in mind that we are there, we can do it. Especially Malaysia already there. It's out of so many countries, we are Malaysia, number 6 is not so behind. So, okay, when you say sustainable aquaculture, the word I mentioned here, because this one deals with these three things. Just these three is formula here. Environment, social, community-based, economic. We always say sustainability, and we have community project, from RMC we are getting. So it is the one of the area we can work also, that maximum net benefits. This is maximize the socio-economic benefits and then minimize the environmental damage. So what actually here you can see here, sustain employment, livelihoods, enhance the edible fish supply will be more better than day by day, gradually should be better, and then contribute to tax revenues. So it means they get the money and they can pay the tax, and then minimize the pollution. These two things: minimize the pollution to water quality and also minimize the landscape impacts, and again come minimize wild stock, wild catch. Then you can get this fish with money, and you'll see the money become now fish structure. So this is the things we have to think for SDG 1, 2, 3. Only one thing can change to it. Okay, so now how this aquaculture and fisheries can work on sustainable goal 1 and 2 and 3. So you can see now straightforward that fresh fish, so happy face you can see, and then ladies also get money because he get the nutrition benefits from fresh fish, income generations. Aquaculture also provides primary source of income, and then also nation get benefit. Nation get revenues, taxation, license fees, because we are not giving, when we go for fishing, we are not giving simply, they have to pay money to license everything. So you see, government get benefit, nation get benefit. So very important sector to get the food security and nutrition in the world. So SDG 15, this one, what are the main things that you should go for? Better nutrition, clear and important implication for fisheries and aquaculture, and enhance aquaculture and fisheries management, enhance fisheries acts, policies and practices, and fish technology for to make more better food. So you can see here, we have to go for more policy and act should be more rigid and strict, because you can see here, Indonesia, straightforward, on the spot, the action, blows up the illegal fishing boat, and people taking picture and the viral, because so that others can get the lesson. Of course, Malaysia also very strict, but you can see this type of thing we have to do rigid, because now no more oil. Fishing is the heart of this sea dispute. So, and you see, I'm not talking about this condition happen now, but if it is doing this way and we are giving the chance, our fish enforcement and act is not so strong, then in the long run, we can take the nets whole day like this, and then they will say, thank you. Nothing is there except water. So it can be happen because you can see now there already COVID-19 and other environmental problems. It's not only fishing problem. So climatic change also there. So we have to think now onwards. Another way of aquaculture is that we call integrated farming. This is, people know already, but still I can say that this is also can help for our food security and nutrition. That what you're actually doing here, then duck come fish farming, fish come poultry farming, paddy come fish, and also polyculture, other fishes. You can see aquaponics, everybody doing actually, in fact, I think Gombak, a lot of our MLG staff, they're doing well, aquaponics. And then also here, our plant science lecturer doing. So also we can do this one. Our Malaysia, actually Kedah, they can think this way. Because rice come, paddy come rice, if rice come fish and also paddy come rice. This is actually very profitable. Vietnam, again I will say Bangladesh because we are already top now. So they're doing this one. Anywhere in the small places you can do, because interesting things, this you don't need to give any artificial feed. Your expenditure very less. So if it is, I will see when I go to Penang, past the Kedah place, I didn't see much things there, but they can do this one because this is easy to manage. And then fish getting what? They get insect, they get this nutrient from the soil, and this paddy get the fertilizer from the fishes. And this insect also sometimes destructive for this paddy. So they can insect taken by fish, so it will be good condition, then paddy will not affected by the insects. So these things also can see agriculture and and fish farming is common in Vietnam and also other countries, and my country also here. And also this one, you can see that livestock and then fish. Maybe people said busu, got smelly because of the greenish color, but we can monitor, we can see this one because in Thailand doing, we can manage properly, and Thailand is doing because you see the fertilizer coming from the fishes. So and then when this and they're giving a lot of when it comes to this product, we can get the eggs and other things one shots. So this is the way we can do. You can think for contribution our food security and nutrition through aquaculture system. If you go for the seafood aquaculture system in the sea on the coastal aquaculture, shellfish farming and seafood farming, this is very, popular. But you can, why we can do this? When you can see that mitigate pollution, shellfish and seaweed can reduce our nitrogen phosphorus from the coastal waters. Again, habitat provision, 85% of the native oyster last time, they're going to be extinct because they are nobody giving much more attention for the only fish and people go for fish. So here we have to think seaweed and this shellfish, oyster, so that they can go together. Also, they're giving nice habitat, nice shelter for the fishes. Because they are also shellfishes, because they are getting place where can hide from the predator fish. This is the way. And another one, from the climate change impacts, seaweed can helpful because this can reduce carbon dioxide and mitigation of your ocean acidification. So it will be very good conducive environment for the aquatic resources. So these things also can show off that aquaculture can be benefited and can helpful for the food security and nutrition in the world. You can see when you compare the developed and developing countries, which country is taking more fish? Of course, you can see developing, but how much you take? You can see 121 metric ton until 2013, developing countries, and developed countries only 35. They like to take junk food, but it's not good at all. And then this is followed by chicken and cow and then goats. But 2023, they expected that it could be 148 million ton, and then developed countries still behind. So it is also one way that we increasing our consumption. We have to produce also more fish. Otherwise, how we can go to reduce our poverty? Okay. So you can see the nutrition and health. Fish nutrition and health, at least this is the overall information we'll get that how fish can help you. Consumption of fish offers unique nutritional and health benefits, and it is considered as a key element in a health diet. Increased attention is given to fish because it is essential nutrients in our diets, but not only high value proteins. Also, it is important and unique source of micronutrients and long chain omega-3 fatty acids. You can see here that the FAO and WHO expert, they have studied a lot of places, and then they publish this one. All those who want to see, go for the FAO 2011. The farm fish species, carps, tilapia, have much higher levels of long-chain omega-3 fatty acid compared to levels of beef or chicken. And single meal of carp can cover up of several days requirement of these essential nutrients. Those who nutrition people, I think they know all, but this is the basic information from our fishery side. The role consumption of farm carp plays food and nutrition security. So carp alone can cover the yearly need for long-chain omega-3 fatty acids, and more than 1 billion people can get benefit. This is the carp and this is tilapia. So you see, we are taking this fish, we can go Pasatani, you can get it. Nowadays, people like it because I know Malaysia like marine fish too much, but we have to change our, again, food, our consumption, our behavior, our, to get the fish, all type of fish, most fresh and marine. So you can see again, wild and farm fish is far better than meat of goat, lambs, cow, buffalo, and chicken. And according to FAO 2013, observation, several recent studies also say that intake of omega-3 supplements has limited benefits compared to the benefits of regular fish consumptions. And this, if they said this is our common fish, right? Anchovies and sardine. The 100 grams of small pelagic fish such as sardines or anchovies once a week will more than cover the needs of omega-3 supplements for a person. So small pelagic fish are among the most affordable and healthy fishes. So go for try to get more small fishes and you can get more benefit, nutritional benefit. Okay, so you can see now, I give you some of the information about polyunsaturated fatty acid, total polyunsaturated fatty acids. You can see from here, marine fish, actually these are the things, cod liver oil, sardine, these are the top level, but most highest is salmon, but it's expensive. So we can concentrate on the sardine and also other small fishes. And also we can see this is our freshwater fishes. A lot of people, I think we used to take it. Harwan is not much, you don't have much pupa here. The lico we call common crab, they have 18.2. Nile tilapia, this red tilapia, 10.6, quite good. We used to take it, right? So it is pasatani, so it is, you can get pupa. Belut is not much, so if you get belut, but belut is good for medicinal aspect. Some aspect of the patient they take sometimes soup, so because of the infection other sides. Kelly, there's one catfish. This is actually 12.6. So puyu, but puyu is ikan puyu, which is called climbing pile. This one not so available. So I'm thinking that we have to concentrate this Kelly red tilapia because this is available in the market and cheaper. I mean, this is especially Kelly is very cheaper compared to others. If you go for the iodine, I especially put the iodine here because iodine not only that this is the make thyroid hormones. Also, recent study, maybe you can go for the journals, those who are relevant this area, in health aspect. You can see the pathophysiological research shows that iodine could support the innate immune system in fighting both bacterial and viral infection. And Japan, the study in Japan that they got the good result in terms of this using iodines and others. In India also last time they use when they have severe problem of this COVID-19, they got some medicine. The iodine was there, and then they get some immune restriction. So you can do also iodine, and then iodine freshwater fish also have not much like marine, but we can also get some benefit better than vegetables they have. So fish, freshwater fish can be good for us health. Okay, this is the overall information for you. The up to you choose your things here. Everything that this one actually I tried to get update. This is 2018. This is the latest one according to US FDA. You see blue crab and catfish. For me, first of all, tilapia and catfish. These are the two only freshwater fish here. Both are good. You can see catfish is 130 calories. In fact, some of the countries in the hospital patients, especially our South Asia countries, Asian countries, this one they're using this catfish patients soup and others because this is very good for the health. So, but also you see the potassium also high, and then if you go for the tilapia, also potassium is quite high. And then also we have the calorie also there and not much cholesterol. I just worried about the shrimp. Shrimp is quite high. Please don't try to take much shrimp because it can increase your cholesterol. Because I know both those who are, stay in the Kuantan and also they like seafood, especially before COVID. Everybody once a week should go. But seafood is good, but sometimes you have to be careful which has cholesterol high. So here, marine fish, tuna is one of the best. You can see that 480. You can get potassium and also 130 calories. So among the marine fishes, I will say that you can go for that, but still you need dietitians, how much you take, and then because they can give proper formula. But in terms of nutrition aspect, fish nutrition aspect, we can see that this is one of the best one. So you can choose from here that which is good for your health and your body. So seafood, if you say that seafood is good for all, what aspect they can see is improved intelligence. It is stress depression will be especially we have stress and depression always exam time, and then also when properly doing some new course outline. So we can go for the seafood soup. So good for us. Prevention of the obesity, decreased risk of cancer, and improve skin conditions, migraines. I don't know much about this one. The people said migraine, but I saw one of my friends, he got a soup of these fishes, tuna. He reduce his migraine. And positive influence on the hyperactive children, cut off the risk of the diabetes, and important for brain developments, decreases asthma, decreased risk of developing Alzheimer's, and the cut risk of heart disease. Vertigo, those who have vertigo, you can use this type of tuna fishes, also good for the health. So what is the tuna overall? I mean, is beneficial aspect. You can see it can reduce the weight. If you every day you can take fish soup or fish flesh, you can get some reduce your strength, and also is help to strengthen cell membranes, boost immune system and energy levels, protect skin and kidney infections, reduce risk of colon cancer, kidney cancer, reduce the risk of developing depression in women, promotes growth and development of muscles in the body, and reduce blood pressure and risk of heart diseases, and also prevent inflammatory diseases such as arthritis and cuts. So you can see from this fish, the way they're doing nutrition, you can see from here, very nutritious. And of course, now this time is everybody should be hungry. So tilapia is another fish. You can see they also boost immune system. And interesting finding, they found that reduced risk of cancer such as prostate cancer. Can we work on that? Especially India, they study, and probably they're going to publish papers. I have helped to reduce symptoms of aging, muscle growth, cellular repair, and proper metabolic activities. Also improve brain health. And also for the vertigo people, you can use these things. The tilapia fish flesh, very good for health. Okay, now Malaysia, how much you take fish? You can see that you are increasing day by day, and gradually year by year. You can see now 2014, it is a 20 kg in 1970, 53 kg in 2011, and 56.5 kg in 2014. Expected almost 2021, 61 kg is one of the highest, is a top level in the world. We are taking much fish and good for health, but you have to remember, when you take the more fish, you have to think about fish production also. We cannot simply take all and then later we reduce our production. So you can see fish flesh not only giving us beneficial, even whole body actually. You can see muscle can give protein, peptides, fatty acids. If you go for the bone, you can see minerals, calcium, phosphorus, collagen, gelatin. If you think for the heads, Malaysia, I also used to track kapala besar, if you go, especially tingari fish. You go restaurant, long time we didn't go, but you can take now. You can see here, they have polyunsaturated fatty acid there, and protein on the peptides also there. So those who are biochemistry lecturers, professors, they can give maybe more idea. Skin and fins can give collagen, gelatin. Even though from this scale, you can get chitin, chitosan, which is also good for pharmaceutical aspect. Viscera, we throw, right? We can keep it, enzymes, and for fatty acid. In fact, that one maybe another time we can discuss. This is the viscera. In the Vietnam, Hungary, they're using this stuff of oil from this the head and also viscera. They're using now biofuel. It is used for the small car and also small tractor. They're using for their farming activities. It's already there. 1 liter give 1 kg of the biofuel. So this is 1 kg fish give 1 liter of oil. So this is very interesting things actually. For bioproducts, we can get feed ingredients for aquaculture, and then also for farm animals, we can go fertilizers, which compost, natural fertilizers, soil conditions. Human ingredients, we can get oils, protein powders, hydrolysates, mineral supplements, pharmaceuticals mostly, and industrial, we can get also biodegradable materials and others. So you can see here, we can produce this way, and then we can produce a lot of byproduct. It is there, especially this one. Professor Erandi, I think, doing a lot of this basic collagen, and he's expert on this aspect. Health benefit to seaweed. Again, you can see here that there are people doing culturing, so it's not also neglected. Seaweed can give you a lot of things. Those who losing your hair, don't worry about rambut, you go botak. So strengthen the hair, promotes eye health, prevent colon cancer, protects against influenza B virus, and improve heart health, improve dental health, and prevents formation of blood clots, also lowers risk of mental reaction. We have the expert in the seaweed, Dr. Noma from Marine Science. Those who are interested can ask her more. So environmental risks. So nowadays, what are the challenges? You cannot simply say aquaculture always give production, but you have also problem. If you not follow, we get this problem. From here, you can see industrially produced feed. See, this feed we give here, and if it is too much, it can be unintended food, unnatural amounts of fish waste can give problem for disease aspects, other things. If you have introduction, sometimes we interest to see the fish from overseas and we release here. Then it will be dangerous for because your endemic fishes will be affected. And if you antibiotics, hormones, aesthetics, pigments, and chemical treatments, what actually happened? Ultimately, it is come from here and then goes to your endemic fish population. So non-native disease, the disease never have before, you get it. Parasite, never we get it from the exotic fishes and escape from non-native species here. So fish disease and others we have faced always there. And then these are the things. So have to be careful. And not only that, industrially produced feed. This feed, halal aquaculture, now they're studying in heart. We can find that we can get some harmful things in the long run, because we never know what is the using or the protein come from where. So because now halal and Tayuban is important to think about halal aquaculture. So you can see the environmental risk. You cannot simply aquaculture there. You have to be careful about utilization, all these things. Try to avoid chemical treatments. So we are thinking that way. And then also not only that, inbreeding. These fish can go out and inbreeding, so we get new type of fish which can be predator. We can finish all like this. So we have to be proper systematic and then proper enforcement in this area. This is the new problem we face 2019 onwards, that COVID-19. So a lot of aquaculture farm have big problem they face. During the last year, we got the conference and we faced this, the talk on our NACA, and if you're talking about this one, that affects seafood export performance, then also reduction in the fisheries aquaculture production, increase the input and maintenance costs, also market price less, and because nobody there, the fish don't want to buy, so automatically they want to sell it at low rate. So what happened to fish farmers? They loser. So they lost their way, and then they don't want to culture. Then the farm become inactive, and then also people got those who have doing job there, they lost their job. So negative impact on the employment. And the farming area reduced means they make it only half of the fish because no buyers, no takers, and decrease the purchasing power of fishes. People have less money because they are looking for moratorium now. So how they buy fish from every day? So effect on the aquaculture system. So this one can be possible to reduce that. We establish multiple supply chains so that fisheries community, fisher farm community can know there's where they can get this, where can sell the fish. So the marketing channels they should know. Rapid study, we should have thinking how to serve them and towards food security and nutrition livelihood. And establish national level platform. It is regional level or national level, so that we can supply, we can sell these things nationally, internationally, so that easy to get the money. So then fish farmer can start again. Otherwise, our aquaculture also go down next 5 years, because people still afraid of this doing business, because business is not there. Another one is halal aquaculture. This one actually in heart they are involved. Since also the other lecturers doing work. The production of fish, especially using marine aquaculture site, lead to increase in amounts of effluents, including nutrients. So what happened actually, marine aquaculture, we can see just now that a lot of impurities and effect to the environment, and it can be effect to our, in terms of halalan toyaban, it is not unlawful. So we have to think about that one. Also, recently European Union, they found that non-ruminant farm animals, mainly from pigs, used in the fish feed. That's why I told you, right? The source of protein can be used in the blood of the pork. So, but not in here. We cannot see any evidence, not yet. But maybe in the long run, we never know with the people not telling the truth. Maybe South Asian countries, Malaysia, we have. And then there's the papers I saw last 2014, there one case. So, but anyway, still we have to think that careful about, even though simply you buy, you said this is ready-made fish product and fish, fish pellet, but we have to know whether it is aquaculture, this is proper halal or not. And also we have to think that fish selling this one also not good, because the rotten fish sometimes illegal. Some of the countries, they take away, they ban that fishmonger to sell the fish for 1 month, because this is also not halal for us. So now mitigation and future strategies. So we can see that in national food security and nutrition policy should be there, so that policy should be involved the local population towards food security and nutrition, because they are the people most important. They are involved to this one. So we have to think for them. Harmful subsidies we should not encourage, because it is not good for the security, food security and nutrition. And understand the possible impact of global diversity. That's now we see, right? All those, the diverse conflict and then others, which have dangerous for the food security and nutrition. So we have to find that most vulnerable zones, which one? Where are the vulnerable zones? We have to manage those areas properly. So means climate change effect on those areas. We have to play or make a role through government policy. And also simply policy we do, and then we just enforce. No, we have to assess also every year that whether our tools, our government policies, concept is working or not, so that we can change. Because our target is 2030, the SDG is 2030, and you see that I show you that 2019 until there, we are also not reached that places. So we have to think that way. This one, recently I observed from this Millennium Aquaculture Millennium, they say one of the important thing is shortage of marine ingredients. More traditional ingredients should be used, and environmental deterioration should be reduced. That's why I show you a lot of environmental risk. You cannot simply throw all the food like this and then you never know this is waste too much. You have to properly maintain, and functional food for consumers and nutrition of vulnerable population will be established. And global climate change should be thinking that what are the hardy fishes, what are the residual fishes can be culturable, so can be utilized to this new environment. And precision and balanced nutrition for better feed management, very important. It should be established through proper authorized person, the societies and then officials. So my journeys, because I show you now a lot of works to talk about overall activities. What is my journeys? My journey, I always thinking the journey, research journey is like not simply you journey and you see the go to place and you research now. Moving from ideas to finish research. I do always do the projects, and then because my research journey towards sustainable environment for aquaculture. So starting from this Sungai Pusu, when the last 2014-15, because we have a sustainable project also. River of Life, I'm the member. So we found this one. So because Sungai Pusu is famous, is Tetare. So how to get the fish there? So even though we study that Sungai, Lampang Sungai, local name, we call friendly species. This is the most availability, but still not diversity high. And followed by Tilapia. And then Haruan has others, is very less. So you can see that only these places, those who have gone back, you see, we found the fish only these places mostly. Other places is not there. And then these places also you can see that time not much water deteriorated, but still you can see the color is there, and we publish also accordingly. And also this is my another project we are doing. I do FIGS projects already done, and this is Pahang River and Pangasius species. An interesting fact that we found that some exotic species, because when you do for DNA aspect, there's a chance for inform that there's things there to get the benefit of this conducive environment. So that means we should have to think for the exotic species should not be inside the water body. And you can see this is the catfish, Mekong, from the Mekong. This is from the Cambodia. This type of fish, if it's exotic, I think it's not yet, but in the long run, who knows? Because we have Cambodian fish farmers near the Pekan. We have to be careful always. So this type of fish you see biggest in the world. So this fish is come, our patin buah will become buah for him, because giving only for food for him, because it's very big. So still not there, and we are safe. So we have to be careful always. The exotic fish simply will not bring. Those who are outsiders, and we have to be careful. And then this is also I've studied, because we are my FIGS project on the Balok River. We are studying on this pollution status and also water quality. Also, we have studied on the eDNA. This is the situation when 2016-17 Kuantan bauxite mining happened, and then this is happening this color with the same like Pusu river in Gombak. But now it's okay, but still we are studying that what still we have any our resources okay or not, aquatic resources. So we also publish this one, and this is the we call our halal aquaculture project. This is where we are working with the INHAT and Dr. Faizul, and also indirectly helping by Dr. Zaliha and Dr. Batania Kartika from this INHAT. So we are working on the ASEAN good aquaculture practices in overcoming Jalal related issues. We focus on Sharia compliant and sustainable elements. And this is my project. Just now our Honorable Dean mentioned that a sustainable project with rector, our Honorable Rector always asking us. So I got involved with the UMP. We are focused on because a lot of cage culture, a lot of problem there. So we evaluate the water quality, environment condition in cage culture, aquaculture areas to determine the potential action plan and strategy for sustainable management of fish cage farming areas of Pahang River. So hopefully we can, this is ongoing because of COVID, we are slow down activities, but ongoing. I think this is my acknowledgement. I have to give my special honor to my appreciation to Honorable Deputy Director, Academic Internationalization, Professor Dr. Ahmed Farid bin Ismail, and Deputy Director, Responsible Research Innovation, Professor Dr. Ahmed Hafiz bin Zulkifli IIUM, for encouraging me always. Since I think Prof. Farid, since 2000, he asking me always to help me, to assist me. I'm really honored them to encourage me, always boosting my R&D activities in Kuantan campus. I'm grateful to respectable Dean, Kulliyyah Science, Associate Professor Dr. Jasni Samsul Shari. He's a really talented but never show up advisor of this event for giving this inspirational message by focusing my past and present achievement in IIUM. I salute my beloved Dean. My special thanks to Chairperson, Associate Professor Dr. Zaima. I know her since from Gombak Bioenergy Department, along with her excellent hardworking committees. As usual, always they are. The Secretariat, there are Dr. Anil, Dr. Zaima, Dr. Sarina, and Dr. Zakwan, Dr. Sohela, so lot of names, and others from the OCD and also CPS Kuantan campus, who are informed with the Secretariat Technical Program Book from Kulliyyah Science and Kuantan campus. Thank you for your facilitating this prestigious event. I'm grateful to my all former deans. Yes, I have to salute them always, who have given me moral support since Prof. Tola, I have to mention Prof. Tola, and then Prof. Rizwan Hashim, Prof. Kamul Zaman Yunus, Prof. Shafida, and Prof. Shabuddin. Build up my research and academic career in IIM. My special thankful message to the campus director of Prof. Kamul Zaman Yunus. You there, I salute you because for your continuous guidance and invaluable inputs helped me today develop myself as an academician, researcher, and academic administrator. My heartfelt gratitude to my beloved spouse, Mosharat Mansur, Luna, and children, Ahmed, Galib, Khan Chowdhury, and Farzana Jalal. Both are in Canada now. They're watching. I'm proud of them for their sacrifice and continuous support while facing all challenges throughout my academic and professional life in Malaysia. I'm obliged to my beloved, respectful late parents, my parents-in-law, brothers, sisters, friends, colleagues, academic and non-academic, both help me always. Non-academic and academic, they help me always to boost my life in area. And my students, still former student and existing student, for their continuous moral support, assistance, and which acted as an instrumental in my professional life in International Islamic University, Malaysia. May Allah bless you all. So I owe my success to Allah and my parents who have sacrificed too much to get me where I am. For you juniors, I want to tell you that success may not be found in every attempt, but the attempt is the reason of every success. Thank you so much. May Allah bless you.
Jazakallah khairan kathira, Professor Ahmed Jalal, for the insightful sharing and concerns. With the pandemic still going on,
Prof. Paris, just want to say that this is Rashidul Haq, our former Director General. He was just sitting around. He is the person Rashidul Haq.
Thank you.
Former Director General of Fishery Department, Bangladesh.
Thank you.
okay, if I may, with the pandemic still going on, the age-old issues, social, economic, environmental, seem to have been amplified multifolds right in front of our eyes. So there's a lot of tasks in front of us, surely. And to reiterate the UN on goal number 2, pandemic can disrupt our lives, including our ability to get food. Ensuring food security and building resilience to disasters are vital to achieving zero hunger. I'm also reminded of a Chinese proverb that says the following: the best time to plant a tree, well, in that case, Prof. Jalal, fish farming, was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. Due to the limited time that we have today, I sincerely apologize on behalf of KOS that question and answer session cannot be realized. However, all of you are welcome to contact Prof. Ahmed Jalal himself for your query and or comments. His email address has been provided in the chat box of this meeting. Ladies and gentlemen, we have finally come to the end of the program. To make this more memorable for everybody, please join me in a virtual photography session led by Kulliyyah of Science IT personnel, Brother Muhammad Ihwan bin Azmi. Over to you, brother.
Professor Jasni looks like he's on the cloud.
Yes, bro.
I'm always high, sir.
No, but shining. There is a light behind you that shine you.
When you don't have light inside, you got to put something there.
Okay, I think it was a success. Alhamdulillah. Thank you, Brother Ihwan. So this is the end of the session. We shall end with Tasbih Kafara and Surah Al-Asr. Thank you very much, everybody, again. Stay safe and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Prof.
Congrats, Prof. Jalal.
All the best. Bye, Rondi. See you.
Hi, listen everybody.
Prof. Jalal.
Zarina.
Rondi.
Yeah, Rondi.
Assalamualaikum.
Salam.
Salam, Prof.
Prof. Shafida Wadin also. I forgot your name also. I think. Thank you.
Congrats again, Prof. Jalal.
Thank you very much. Oh, my student. How are you?
Good, good. Alhamdulillah.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Prof. Jalal.
Thank you. Okay, bye. Take care. Right.
Congratulations, Prof. Jalal.
You're welcome.
Congrats, Prof.
I see.
Media was really good.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
See you all the best. Thank you, brother Dr. Razak, for your dua.